Today, we're talking about something called the Digital Product Passport. And it all starts with a simple but pretty powerful idea. What if every single thing you owned could tell you its story? A story that could totally change how we buy, sell, and think about our stuff.
Okay, so let's just dive right in. Think about this for a second. What if your phone, the one right there in your pocket, could tell you its entire life story? And I mean everything. Where did the metals inside it actually come from? Who put it all together? And what are you supposed to do with it when you're done? I know, it sounds a little like science fiction, right? Well, it's way closer to reality than you might think.
And why does any of this even matter? Well, the reason is simple, but it's also huge. Every single year, all of us, we generate millions and millions of tons of waste from products that we just can't easily fix or recycle. You know the drill. We buy something, we use it for a little while, and then poof, it ends up in a landfill. It's a one-way street, and it's just not working anymore. So where does this whole problem even begin? Well, it turns out that almost everything we own has a secret history. So let's pull back the curtain a bit and take a look at the hidden journey of all our stuff. And the thing is, these secret histories, they cause a ton of problems. First, you've got greenwashing. That's when a company slaps a label like eco-friendly on a product, but we have absolutely no way to check if that's true. Then there's the frustration, right? When something breaks and you can't find a manual or a spare part anywhere to fix it. A lot of the time, that's actually by design. The true environmental cost, like its carbon footprint, is almost always hidden. And all this just leads to this mindset where everything feels disposable. Use it, break it, toss it. But what if we could just flip on a light and see all those secrets? That's exactly where this idea comes in. Let's get into it. The Digital Product Passport. It's a completely new way of thinking about a very, very old problem. So what exactly is a digital product passport, or DPP for short? Well, put simply, it's a digital record of a product's entire life cycle. And when I say entire, I really mean it. From the moment the raw materials are pulled out of the earth through manufacturing, all the way to what happens to it after you're done. And the best part, it's designed so that anyone can see it. You know, the easiest way to wrap your head around it is to think of it just like a passport for a person. Your passport tracks your journey, it proves you are who you say you are, and it lets you travel. A product passport does the exact same thing, but for your stuff. It tracks its journey from the factory to the store, it proves it's the real deal, so goodbye counterfeits, and, this is the big one, it helps create something called a circular economy. We'll talk more about that in a bit. All right, so that all sounds pretty great in theory, but how does it actually work in the real world, for you and me? Let's get practical. It's time to unlock a product story and see how this thing actually works right in your hands. Believe it or not, it all starts with something you probably do all the time anyway. You just scan a QR code or maybe tap an NFC tag right there on the product with your phone. That's it. One simple scan and boom, its entire history is right there. No complicated software, no gatekeepers, it's just available. So you scan the code, what do you actually see? You see the whole story. First up, sourcing. Where did the cotton in your shirt or the cobalt in your battery actually come from? Then manufacturing. You can see data from the factory, maybe even its carbon footprint. It tracks its path to you, the consumer. But it doesn't stop there. This next part is game-changing. Repair and reuse, giving you direct links to manuals and where to get spare parts. And finally, recycling, with clear instructions on how to give the product a new life. So we're talking about a serious amount of information here. Inside this passport, you'll find the specific materials it's made from, its carbon footprint, all the supply chain info. But it's not just data, it's also incredibly practical stuff, like repair guides, recycling instructions, and all the warranty details. It's kind of like having an open source instruction manual for everything you own. Okay, so you can probably see this is way more than just a fancy QR code. This has the power to change, well, pretty much everything about how we make and buy things. So let's really break down why the DPP matters so much and the kind of impact it could have on all of us. And what's really fascinating here is that everybody benefits. It's a win-win-win. For us as consumers, we can finally make choices based on facts, not just marketing. We can actually fix our stuff, and we can know we're buying the real deal. For businesses, it's a way to finally prove their sustainability claims, to get ahead of new regulations, and even to unlock brand new business models. And for the planet, well, the benefits are clear. Less waste, conserved resources, and a real push toward that circular economy we keep talking about. And that really brings us to the big picture, the future of our stuff. Because the DPP isn't just a piece of tech. It represents a fundamental shift in our thinking from just owning things to having a sense of stewardship over them. Ultimately, that's what this is about. The digital product passport is a key. It's one of the foundational tools that we absolutely need to build a genuine circular economy, a system where waste is actually designed out from the beginning and where products are made to last, made to be repaired, and made to be reused, keeping valuable materials in the loop for as long as possible. I love this quote because it just nails the whole idea. We are moving from a world where we simply own things to one where we understand their entire story. It's about creating a real relationship with our belongings, one that's based on knowledge and responsibility. So I want to leave you with this question. If every single product on the shelf told you the complete, unvarnished truth about its journey, what would you choose to buy? And maybe more importantly, what would companies be forced to change?